Good morning, student. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is congruent triangle. This congruent triangle you have studied in the lower classes also. So let us recall what we have done in lower classes. First, we should know what is congruent figure. Congruent figures are the figure which are having the same shape and same size. Two circles are congruent if they are having the same radius. Two squares are congruent if they are having the same side, and two rectangles are congruent if they are having the same length and breadth. Now let us take the congruent triangle. There are certain criteria for the congruent triangles. Let us discuss one by one. Now let us take the first criteria for the congruence of triangle, and that is side 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 SSS congruence rule. Now we have taken the two triangle ABC and triangle DE here. In this triangle, AB is equals to DE, AB is equals to DE, and BC is equals to EF, BC is equals to EF, and third side, that is AC, is equals to DF. So we can see that all the three sides of this triangle ABC is equals to the corresponding sides of the triangle DEF. So therefore they are congruent by the rule, that is side side side, or known as SSS congruence rule. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF by the rule that is known as SSS congruence rule. SSS congruence rule. So this is the first criteria for the congruence of triangle. Now let us take the second criteria for congruence of triangle, and that is SAS. That means two sides and one included angle between these two sides should be there. Now in this, AB is equals to DE and angle B is equals to angle E, and third is BC is equals to EF. Now this two triangle ABC is congruent to the triangle, this is congruent to the triangle DEF by the rule that is known as SAS congruence rule. Now in this criteria, the angle should be between these two sides. The sides that we are taking the sides AB and BC, and the angle should be between the two sides. That means two sides we have to take and one included angle we have to take. If I take these two sides and if I take this angle, then it will not be congruent, because there is no rule like SSA or ASS. The angle should be between both the sides. So in this triangle, AB is equals to DE, BC is equals to EF, and one included angle is there, that is angle B and angle E are equal. So they are congruent by SAS. You can see SAS. So this is the second criteria for congruence of triangle. Now let us take the third criteria, that is angle side angle, or also known as ASA congruence rule. As you can see here in this figure, triangle ABC and triangle DEF, angle B is equals to angle E. Angle B is equals to angle E, and the side BC is equals to side BC is equals to EF, and the third side, part, that is the angle C is equals to angle F. So triangle ABC is congruent with triangle DEF by the rule that is known as ASA congruence rule. Now in this, if you see that this side is between these two angles, that is why we write angle side angle. So the side BC and EF is between the angle D and C and E and F respectively. So this criteria is known as angle side angle congruence rule. Now let us take the fourth criteria, that is angle side, denoted by AAS congruence rule. Now in this figure you can see triangle ABC and triangle DEF. The angle B is equals to angle E, angle C is equals to angle F, and the side AB is equals to D. AB is equals to D. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF by the rule known as AAS congruence rule. Now the difference between the angle side angle and AAS is, in the angle side angle that we have done in the previous, that is the third rule, the side was between these two angles. But here in the angle side, you take these two angles and the side is not included between these two angles. So this is the fourth criteria, that is angle side congruence rule. Now let us take the fifth criteria, that is right angle hypotenuse side, that is also noted by RHS congruence rule. Now these are the two right angle triangle, they are right angle at B and E, and the hypotenuse is AC and DF, and these are the other two sides. So if the angle B and angle E are equal, that means it is right angle triangle, right angle, and then hypotenuse AC and DF are equal, AC and DF are equal, and then we can have any other side, any one side, that is AB and D. In this case AB and D are equal. So the two triangles, that is ABC and the triangle DEF, will be congruent by the rule that is known as RHS congruence rule. Now this you can see, this is a right angle and AC and DF are the hypotenuse and AB and D are one of the side. So these are congruent by the rule, that is RHS congruence rule. So we have total 5 criteria for proving congruence of triangle. First is SSS, second is SAS, third is ASA, fourth is AAS, and the last one is RHS. Now let us solve the first question of the exercise 7.1. The first question is, in quadrilateral ABCD, AC is equals to AD and AB bisects angle A. Show that triangle ABC congruent to triangle ABD. What can you say about BC and BD? Now we'll take the two triangles, that is the triangle ABC and triangle ABD. Now what is given in the question is AC and AD. This AC and AD are equal, that is given in the question. And also we can see that angle 1 equals to angle 2. Angle 1 is equals to angle 2. How we can say that? Because in the question it is given that AB bisects angle A. This line segment, that is AB, is bisecting the angle A. That means angle 1 and angle 2 will be equal. So it is given in the question that AB bisects angle A. Now one more thing is required to prove it congruent, and if you see carefully, this AB is common in both the sides, both the triangle. So AB is equals to AB common. Now these two triangle, that is ABC, is congruent to triangle ABD by the rule. Now if you see which rule or congruence rule we are using here, first this is side, then we have angle, and then we have this side. Again we have this side, then we have angle, and then side. So they are congruent by the rule that is known as SAS congruence rule. So the triangle ABD and triangle ABC are congruent by the rule SAS. Now one more thing is asked in the question, what can you say about BC and BD? Now this BC and BD, if you see carefully, this BC and BD are the corresponding parts of the triangle, these two triangles, and now we have already proved that these two triangles are congruent. So the corresponding part, that is BC and BD, will also be equal. So BC is equals to BD and the BC is equals to BD. The reason is corresponding CPCT we write, and that is corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. Now let us solve the second question of exercise 7.1. ABCD is a quadrilateral in which AD is equals to BC, angle DAB is equals to angle CBA. Prove that triangle ABD congruent to triangle BAC, BD equals AC, and angle ABD is equals to angle BAC. Now in this question it is given that this AD side and BC are equal, and the angle DAB, this angle DAB and angle CBA both are equal, and we have to prove these two triangle congruent. So we'll take the triangle ABD and triangle BAC. Now to make this triangle look easier, I am just rubbing this line. You just see this line. Now you can easily see these two triangles. There's triangle ABD and the triangle BAC. These two triangles we have to prove congruent. Okay. So now in this first we'll see what is given in the question. AD is equals to BC. It is given in the question. See, AD is equals to BC. It is given. And one more thing is given, that this angle DAB is equals to angle CBA. This is also given in the question. Angle DAB is equals to angle CBA. This is also given. Now one more thing is required to prove it congruent. Now if you see the two triangles carefully, you will find this side AB is common in both. If you see in this triangle, if I take AB, then in this triangle CBA it will be equals to BA. So this is common. So these two triangles, that is AD is equals to BC, angle DAB is equals to angle CBA, and AB equals to BA. These two sides are equal and one included angle is equal. So what we will do is, these two triangles are congruent by the rule side, then we have angle and another side. Again here in this you can see side, then angle and then side. So these two triangles are congruent by the triangle ABD is congruent to triangle BAC by the rule that is known as side angle side congruence rule. And we know that when we have proved the two triangles congruent, their corresponding parts are equal. Now let us see what is the corresponding part of BD. If you see BD, this is BD, this line is BD here, and this is AC. If these two are corresponding parts, so they will be equal. So BD and AC will be equals, that is the corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. And one more, that is angle ABD. This angle ABD, I am talking about this angle ABD. If I take the triangle ABD, this angle I am talking about, this angle of the triangle ABD, and in the triangle, and this another angle that is BAC, this angle. So the triangle ABD in the triangle ABD and the angle, this angle BAC in the triangle BAC, both will be equal because they are corresponding parts. And we know that if the triangle is congruent, their corresponding parts are equal. So angle ABD will be equals to angle BAC, that is again due to the corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. Now let us solve the question number 3 of exercise number 7.1. AD and BC are equal perpendicular to a line segment AB. Show that CD bisects AB. Now in the question it is given that it is a perpendicular. So this is making a 90 degree, this is also 90 degree, and AD and BC are equal. And what we have to prove? We have to prove that this line CD bisects the side AB. That means we have to prove that OA and OB are equal. So for this what we'll do is, we'll take the two triangles, and the triangle is AOD and triangle BOC. And let us prove these two triangles congruent here. Now for that, it is given in the question that angle A is equals to angle B, that is each 90 degree, and this AD and BC, that is also given equal in the question. So AD is equals to BC, this is given. And one more thing is required. Now to prove congruent triangle we need three things. So one angle is equal and one side is equal. But if you see carefully, this angle and this angle are equal. This is vertically opposite angle, that is angle AOD is equals to angle BOC, and the reason is vertically opposite angle. vertically opposite angle. Now if you can see, these two triangles are congruent. This is angle, another angle, and then side. So AAS. Here also you can see AAS. So these two triangles are congruent. The triangle AOD is congruent to triangle BOC by the rule that is angle, angle, side, congruence rule. So we know that when the two triangles are congruent, then their corresponding parts are equal. You can see OA and OB, these are corresponding parts. So therefore we can say that OA is equals to OB, and the reason will be corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. So now this OA and OB are equal, that means we can say that CD bisects AB. Therefore we can write that CD bisects AB. That means OA and OB are equal. Now let us solve the question number 4th of exercise 7.1. In this, it is given that L and M are two parallel lines intersected by another pair of parallel lines P and Q. This L and M are parallel lines. They are intersected by two parallel lines, that is P and Q. And we have to show that the triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. These two triangles we have to prove that they are congruent. So first we'll write the name of the triangle. In triangle ABC and triangle CDA, I have marked certain angles here, angle 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now to prove it congruent, first we'll see that in triangle ABC, angle 1, if you see this angle 1 and this angle 2, this angle 1 and angle 2 are equal, and the reason behind this is that P and Q are parallel lines and they are forming alternate interior angle. So angle 1 is equals to angle 2, that is alternate interior angle, and similarly this line L and M are also parallel, so angle 3 and angle 4 are also equal, they are forming again alternate interior angle. So angle 3 is equals to angle 4 and angle 1 is equals to angle 2, both are having the reason alternate interior angle. Alternate interior angle. And we have one side which is common in both. If you can see, this is AC. So we'll write AC is equals to CA. That is common in both the triangles, so they will be equal. So when we are taking the triangle ABC, we have taken angle 1, then we have taken side AC, and then we have taken angle 3. So angle 1, this is angle, and we have side, then one more angle is there. So they are forming, they are congruent by the rule that is angle side angle. So the triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA by which rule? Angle side angle congruence rule. Congruence rule. Now if you see this, angle 1 is equals to angle 2, then we have one side AC, that is equals to CA. Now see, when we are taking the triangle ABC, we will writing the side AC, and when we are writing triangle CDA, that will be equals to CA. So AC will be equals to CA. We will not be writing AC equals to AC, because if you see the triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. It is not that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADC. Both are different cases. So in this, we have proved that ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. Therefore, we have to write AC equals to CA. So this is how the two triangles are congruent.